In this episode, it is turbocharged versus supercharged.
On the skid pan.
Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods about Mazdas.
Oh, that's right, because that's all we do these days. MX-5s, don't we, Martin?
We have done lately. That doesn't mean it's all you're ever going to see on Mighty Car
not.
Mods. But little rear-wheel drive, front-engined, forced induction, boosted, mad tyres, brakes, suspension, wheels, all that stuff I like on any car.
Now, it's one thing to do mad mods to a car, and it's another thing to put them on the dyno, but really what you want to see when you're applying different modifications to your car is how they respond in an actual environment where you're using the cars, not just in your signature on whatever forum you're part of. So we decided to take both the turbocharged MX-5 and the supercharged MX-5 out to Sydney Motorsport Park to put them through their paces.
MX-5s. These cars are insanely popular as affordable, easy to drive weekend roadsters and as track hacks. They handle ridiculously well even if their power output is a little on the low side. But we've addressed that issue with our two cars that are almost identical except for the way we're getting boost into the engine. In the black corner, we have a 1.8 litre engine with a supercharger, and the red corner, the same engine with a turbo stuck on the side of it. In every other way possible, we've kept the supporting mods exactly the same, right down to the tyres. Our supercharged car put out 128 kilowatts at the wheels on the dyno, and with a near identical tune and boost level, the turbo car produced 141. But the real question is, how will these dyno figures translate to the skid pan? Today, we find out.
So we are on the skid pan today. It is still dry, but the rain has just started falling. And it looks like it's going to be a rainy day, but of course we want to do our standard challenges that we do, particularly the go to woe. So I'm in the supercharged Miata, Marty is in the turbocharged one, and I think we're good to go.
Go to woe, we're going to go 0 to 60, and we're going to slam the brakes on and see what happens.
You good to get thrashed by this supercharged goodness, my friend?
You ready for some exhaust-driven, boosted craziness?
3 on the horn, we go on 3, so it's bip, bip, go, and first to 60. I'll wait for you at the other end, I'll set up a picnic and I'll see you down there. Alright, let's do it.
Wow, that thing goes, man.
I do believe you got destroyed.
I need to try this one. This is so fun jumping in essentially the same car. My launch wasn't amazing, but it did take a second just to come up on boost.
All right, we're gonna do our quick swap. All right, we are lining up again. I'm actually a bit surprised.
Me too.
But it makes sense.
It does.
All right, here we go.
That's interesting.
That's confirmed, everyone. That is absolutely a win for the supercharger. I don't think there's any denying that, mate. The first win is supercharger.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference, but this just gets to 60 really quickly.
I wonder if we've got room to get to 80. All right, so we're gonna go to woe again, but this time we're gonna go up to 80 kilometers an hour and see if that gives the turbocharged car the time it needs to take the win.
They feel slightly different, don't they?
I don't know if we've got enough room to get to 80, so I might bail out, but we'll see how we go. Okay, I'll honk this one out, mate. You ready? Wow, okay, now we're starting to see the difference. When we go up to 80 kilometers an hour, that is an absolute thrashing of the supercharged car by the turbocharged car.
Did you get to 80?
Yeah. Did you?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm gonna go in that one.
That's really interesting, man.
This launch is good, there's no denying.
Second gear turbocharged, like there's no beating that, man.
Same car.
All right, we're going for one more run. I'm back in the supercharged car. Let's do this.
Oh, I do love that power delivery. I know it's a little bit, maybe it's not as actually useful.
All right, so this one is up to 80 and you can honk it out, man.
All right.
Here we go. Go to whoa to 80. Well, there it is, everyone. Amazing.
This thing between like 40 and 80 just launches, man.
You know what? I think I'd said a couple of episodes ago that 0 to 60 hit, which for most people is like the most exciting part of driving, it's just supercharged the whole way.
That gets out of the hole real quick. This isn't bad, but that is better.
But then once you're rolling, which I guess takes us on to our next challenge, a roll on, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So what's the next challenge, mate?
We're doing a roll on, which involves us going slow in second gear and just cruising. And then the second we get to the longest part of the skid pan, we're just gonna nail it until we can't nail it no more.
What do you think's gonna happen this time, man?
I think this one's gonna pull away.
I think it is too. All right, let's do this.
When we straighten up, I'll beep and we go for it. You ready?
I've got him. I've got him. Oh, now he's getting away. The cars are doing exactly what you would expect them to do. The supercharged one has the boost straight away and it gets the lead, and then yours just boosts up, spools up and goes again. Let's go again, man. Let's just go first to second, like just get it into second gear, and then honk the horn at 20 k's an hour and go again.
Straight ahead?
Just straight ahead.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. And off you go. Second gear. Oh, he got me that time. He got me.
I reckon this has the edge and a roll on. I mean, it's hard to start it exactly right. It's close, but I think this has the edge. Let's do the slow roll one more time around here.
I agree.
Cool, here we go.
I'm in second, yep.
Let's go on 3. Lag, 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 full boost.
All right, supercharged, chop, chop, chop.
That's turbo lag, man. That's what that is. I mean, okay, fair enough, you're probably not going to be doing 20 k's an hour in second, but that's a fair test. 20 k's an hour, full throttle, and this just has to get the gas and then it just goes.
Yeah.
But that thing's instant.
In this, I'm going to say it again, and it's not because I'm biased towards superchargers. I'm going to give the supercharged the win for this challenge in this circumstance.
I think you're right.
Can we go once more? Yeah, look, if we had more space, the turbocharger would definitely take that. But with the space we have, I'm giving it to the supercharger, man.
Yeah.
If we had more space, 100% you're gonna catch. But in this environment, I'm giving it to the supercharger.
And you know what? I reckon one day at the drag strip, it might be a different story, but for this kind of speed, below 80, what did we get up to, about 80 or 90 k's an hour?
I wasn't looking. I was scared.
I think it's time for some motor carner, dude.
Great, let's do it.
We're going to set up a short course around a series of witches' hats that will test our car's power and manoeuvrability. We'll be timing the course, and the shortest elapsed time takes the win.
Run number 1.
Spiro slalom in the turbocharged MX-5.
All right, you ready to do this?
Yep.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
Wheel spin, so much wheel spin. Hard on the picks. Oh, gee, this brakes well. Oops, I went the wrong way. First go, I went the wrong way. Hard on the picks again. Tight round that one. Come on, turbo. On the brakes again. This is going to be all first gear. Oh, I've run so wide. I've understeered, I overcooked it. This is all first gear.
And stop. 28 seconds, man.
28 seconds.
So jump into the supercharged one, let's go again. All right, mate, round 2. Supercharged MX-5.
Same suspension, same brakes, same tyres, so really handling on this should not be affected.
That's right, that should not be a cumulative factor in this scientific experiment.
Science.
Okay, mate, science.
28
Are you
seconds.
ready to go?
I am.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa. Oh, so linear. linear. I totally get the whole linear thing. Oh, and around. Here we go. This one powers really smoothly. And it turns nice too. Back around the outside. Oh, this is so much tidier than the other one. That's for sure. I don't know there's going to be a massive difference. I can't get my speed through this slalom.
Alright, and back in. 27.5.
No!
Supercharger.
That is so close as well. It's your turn, man.
Turbocharged MX-5. My first time doing a motorcana.
3, 2, 1, go! 28.2.
Alright.
Jump in the supercharged one, man. Let's do it.
Alright, Supercharged MX-5, let's do this.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hard on the brakes. Down the straight, a little bit sideways. Hard on the brakes again. Around this cone. Back up to the end. And around through the slalom. Whoop, lost a little bit of time there on the back end. And back down into the gate.
27.93. You're 0.4 of a second off. There's not much in it.
Supercharger got a faster time both times.
Just.
Are we giving this a supercharger again?
I think we have to.
Oh wow. Alright.
We're doubling the length of our motorcana course to see if higher speeds will tip the balance of power.
Okay, so this is Supercharged MX-5 on the long motorcana on a very, very wet skid pan. Are you ready to go, Marty?
Let's do this, man. Supercharged power.
I've got the stopwatch, and you're going in 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, that's a lot of wheel spin. We can actually get some speed up on this bit of the skid pan. Most of the way through third gear. Head back towards this cone, hard on the picks, back to first to get nice and tight. Not going to bother with handbrake. Ooh, wheel spin, wheel spin, wheel spin, let's go. Back into the slalom. This is where I expect the car to be particularly good. Around the outside. Oh, I think I might hit a cone. Oh, it steers so nicely, these things. I think I hit another cone, and we're around. Come on, supercharger. And back into the slalom again. I did hit a cone. Sorry cone people. Ooh, around the slalom. Almost there. I'm going to hit second so I can get a bit of speed. So the stop garage, which is here, got to stop in the garage, pump the brakes. Ooh. Oh, that was crazy.
That is a 52.85. 52.85 for the Supercharged MX-5.
Awesome. All right, turbo time.
Okay, mate, it is time for the Turbocharged MX-5 on this very, very wet, rainy skid pan day at Sydney Motorsport Park. Are you good to go?
Let's do this.
All right, and we're going in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, so much wheel spin. So much power as well. Oh, that's so good. Oh, this car brakes particularly nice. Bit wheel spinny, a little bit wheel spinny. I don't think this thing has as tight a diff as the other one because it loves lighting up those rear tires in a big way, but it feels really good. This is a particularly nice car to steer through the slalom. Keep a bit of speed up, but I'm keeping it in first gear because I gotta keep it tight. Be able to get back into second gear, short change it. Here we go. Well, sideways. That's all wheel spin. Oh my god, this is great. Here we go. Back into my little slalom. Here we go. I think I hit another, which is that. Into second. Into the garage.
That was 51.49.
Awesome. And what was the supercharged one?
Supercharged was 52.8, that was 51.4.
So a second quicker, probably because it got to stretch its legs this time.
Yeah,
round 2 of Turbo MX5. Motorcana, long Motorcana slalom, you ready?
I am ready, mate. I don't think I remember how the track goes, but we'll soon work it out.
No matter, it'll be fun anyway. Here we go, starting in 3, 2, 1, go!
Right through the slalom. Slalom's a weird word. Reminds me of sushi, like salmon or something. Now I think we go around the outside. And then I think we go back through this salmon, but this way, I think. I think that was right.
That was 50.62.
All right, into the supercharged one. Let's see how we go. I am as ready as I'm ever going to be in a wet supercharged MX5.
In 3, 2, 1,
Oh, the grip in this car is just sensational. It is so good. It is so good. Amazing. Now down here through the salmon, also known as the slalom. Around the outside, maybe I'll just kick the end out for fun. There we go. Then around here, back through the salmon. Here we go. And on the brakes, hard. Woo!
that was a 49.32. That's the quickest time of the day, isn't it?
I think before we can crown this as a winner, I think you need to do supercharged car one more time.
We're going to confirm the kill and see if we can get the fastest time of the day in the Supercharged MX5. Are you good to go, Marty?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this thing is so good. Great launch, man. Well done. Looking fine and smooth. Here we go. This thing is so fast. Oh, too much wheel spin. Around the cones, around the cones, around the cones. Oh, I'd love to get the tail end around that bit. Oh, this is so controllable. Oh, here we go, back around the cones. I find these really difficult, these slalom things. We just cruise through. Oh.
50.6.
50.6. Oh man, these times are so close. There's nothing in it, man.
There's nothing in it.
There's nothing.
Like a variable, like you get a bit of wheel spin or you lock it up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like for this kind of course, which is still quite a long course.
Because the first couple I'm like, cool, turbocharged faster, then you go again, then
Yeah.
this is faster. Then, you know, that said, granted, we're getting to know the track better.
Yeah.
But as we're faster in one, we're faster in the other, and there's nothing in it.
Do you know what I want to see? Skids!
There's a lot to be said about performance and numbers and stats and all of that stuff, but one thing that is harder to quantify is just how rewarding it is to get in your car and do a skid. So we are in the turbocharged MX5. We're about to give it a skid fun factor out of 10, and Marty's up first. Let's do this, man.
This is completely subjective, obviously. You ready?
I'm ready to skid, man.
Boosted Turbo MX5, man.
This is great.
Oh, yes. Yes. That was third gear, dude.
Awesome. Oh man, feels great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Should we do a swap?
Yeah, let's have a go, man. Skids.
Now,
Skids for science, man.
I think we should reserve our scores until we've driven both.
Sure.
Because that gives us the best kind of, the fairest way of doing it. Here we go, mate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so much rev limiter. Holy crap.
Oh, that's fun.
That's freaking awesome.
All right.
Fun factor, 500.
Out of 10. Okay, Martin, it's the skid test in a supercharged MX-5.
I'm going to be honest, I'm actually more nervous about skidding this one.
I feel that as well.
Because of the nature of how it makes its boost. Like with the turbo one, it'll rev.
Yep.
If there's exhaust gas, it'll boost it up. With this, it's like, if you're on 7 grand, you got max boost.
Yeah.
So
at the same time, though, it should bag it up easier without as many revs required, right?
Yeah, well, it should be more linear.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Here we go. Supercharged skids. Oh, that's so smooth. Oh, so progressive as well.
So different.
Wow.
So different. Wow.
That is actually crazy. It just doesn't feel. I can completely appreciate why people like that.
Yeah.
Because where your foot is and where your revs are is where your boost is.
Like a V8.
It doesn't
Yeah.
come on and kick. Have a go, man.
Amazing.
Dude, our skid test might actually be like more revealing than I anticipated. I thought it would just be a smoke show. But that says a lot. I mean, it's obviously hard to communicate exactly what our accelerator pedal feels like, but it feels completely different.
I'm gonna get my handbrake in on it. Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think, man?
Nail my head against the roof. Helmets. Helmets, people.
Yes, helmets. Here's what I'm going to say, Martin.
Yep.
And this might be controversial. I found that easier to have an understanding of what the car was going to do wheel spinach wise, but not as fun.
Yeah, it's almost like that sort of slight lag and then power hit where it comes up on that hill.
Yeah.
Is what sort of gets it spinning, which makes sense why so many drift cars out there are turbo.
Yeah, I mean, you could obviously practice and hone both. It's our
Yeah.
first time driving any of these cars like this, you know. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, particularly on the internet, Martin,
Really?
that probably would have been able to do a better job with a bit more practice. This is a hard one though.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a better way to go on the skid pan for the first time, and I feel like that would be a better one to use once you're actually used to it.
I'm only now understanding the first thing people started saying to me, way before we even started filming stuff, was people who are into circuit, a lot of people in the circuit like MX-5, like supercharged cars. And I'm like, I couldn't quite get my head around it.
Yeah.
I'm understanding it more when you drive them at speed. It's predictable.
Predictable is a good word. I think though it's probably worth saying that none of these environments are kind of why someone buys one of these cars.
That's
though.
true
They
too.
don't. Having skids is cool, and you
Yeah.
know, doing all those different things and go to woe. But what they actually buy them for is spirited drives on the road,
Yep.
tight track stuff like that.
Yep.
So that, in a sense, is going to be the true test of how well these cars go. But certainly for our skid pan section, if we tally up the score, it's an absolute win for the Supercharger.
I'm dumbfounded.
I'm also dumbfounded, Martin. Maybe we're smart-founded because we learned ourselves.
We learned stuff.
So that was our very wet skid pan challenge. And Marty, where does that leave us? Where are we now with our turbocharged versus supercharged battle?
Well, interestingly enough, that skid pan's actually got a built-in watering system. So it was always going to be wet. It just happened to save us a massive water bill by raining from the sky, which is pretty awesome. But in our particular circumstances, as you saw, the supercharged car had an edge. It was only a tiny edge in the timed battles. But then we go and skid the red one, and that's just freaking awesome. So I actually don't know where it leaves us. All I know is it's great fun to go out to a skid pan and smash your car around, particularly for like tight technical stuff.
Yeah.
Set up a track, do all those kind of things. And those kind of skid pan days are on all the time in various car clubs.
Here's what I learned. A, MX-5s are funner than I thought.
Yep.
So anybody who blabs on about them being really fun to drive, I agree. Number two, I've always thought MX-5s look particularly ugly. This model in particular,
Yeah,
I
so
reckon
do
is
I.
the worst.
Yeah.
In motion, they look really good. I don't want to get all ballet artistic, whatever, but in motion, the car actually looks really good, particularly when it's going sideways, when it's got mad wheels on it. So I had a really good time. That helped educate my brain hole. But in our environment, that day, in the rain, the Supercharged one took out more of the challenges than the Turbocharged one. But I think what's going to be interesting to see is if we get a chance to take them to a drag strip, take them for a proper spirited drive, like we were saying, on some mad country road, I think it could be a very different story.
So this story will continue, probably not straight away. There's a couple of other cars we want to get back to and give some love and attention to. You know what I'm talking about. So you will be seeing these cars again in the not so distant future, but for now, they work, they drive awesome, they're on the same boost, still that's going to stay that way for a while yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to battle them a little bit more, kind of on the same settings and see what happens, and then one day we might turn them both up.
So Marty, as it stands right now, because everybody's going to want an answer, as it stands right now, I'm going to count to 3. At 3, we're going to say which car we preferred driving, had the most fun with, happiest with the results, and we'll see how that goes, okay? I have no idea what you're going to say, you don't know what I'm going to say, so on 3, 1, 2, 3, turbo.
Turbocharged.
All right, there it is. Okay, so there it is, Turbocharged, approved by Mighty Car Mods. Of course, you can follow our balls on the Faceballs, faceballs.com/Mighty Car Mods. There it is, everybody. Drive safe, be awesome, and drive crazy on a track.
Enjoy your MX-5s.
Enjoy the hair in your blow-drying machine.
I got you.
What
The
have you got,
maddest
bud?
snack. And I got one of each.
2 different
Have
sesame
you ever had a
snaps.
sesame snap before?
You know what? I've never had the one with yogurt, and I'll tell
Looks
you why.
bad, is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Because once I was at this factory doing some filming, when I was doing corporate videos,
Oh dear.
and this yogurt came in a Hessian bag sack. So this yogurt is basically these tiny little like globules, and they throw it in a sack, and then they melt it up, and then they say it's yogurt, but it's not. It's something else. But that's a delicious
You know
yogurt.
You know what is good though?
It's good.
I highly recommend people look at the back of this stuff. All that's
Yeah.
in there is sesame seeds and essentially sugar. That's it. There's no preservatives, there's no other garbage, it's just sugar, which is a thing.
Are you still getting crazy on your health thing
And
because you
sesame-
quit chocolate? Is that why you're eating these?
Well, it's good to not eat too many chemicals. Chemicals belong in cars, man.